Okay, so in this video, I'm going to attempt to explain the visa process coming to Pakistan. So the very first thing, you must already have a passport in order for you to apply for your visa to Pakistan. If you already have a passport, you're going to go to the Pakistani visa online portal. Once you're there, you're going to register. And when you register, you need your passport in order for you to register. And in that process, it's going to ask you for your surname. And I'm pointing this out is because I was a little confused by that. In the United States, we use last name in our application process. However, here they ask for surname in their application process. Your surname is your last name. So once you're in the portal, you're going to look at the type of visa applications. When you look at that, you're going to look at the tourist visa application. There's going to be two different types, one for climbing and one for a original tourist visa. You're going to use the original tourist visa and not the one for climbing because that's for like northern Pakistan. And some of those areas are not for us. So don't submit that application. You're going to use the original tourist visa. So in that, once you get into that application, it's going to ask you for your passport information. It's going to ask for your father's information, your education, your job. It's going to ask you a whole line of questions. You're going to input all of that information that you have. But I would like to note that you have to make sure that when you submit the pictures, and I wish I could take you guys actually into the portal itself. Since there's sensitive information, my information, I can't go into it, but the way you have to post it, you'll see it. It's a little different, but the pictures, they have to be passport style pictures. White background, no, nothing covering your face, very plain type of pictures. In this video, it's going to show you the type of approved pictures and non-approved pictures. So you have to make sure that they're passport style pictures, white background, face fully exposed, nothing covering, no glasses or anything like that in order for it to be approved in the application. You cannot proceed with the application unless that is complete. Once you get all the information submitted, they approved your documents, you're going to submit the hotel information. So it's going to ask you details about the hotel, phone number, location, are you being picked up at the airport? It's going to ask you all of that information into it. It's going to ask you for the hotel booking information. So you need all this in order for you to submit your application. I will suggest that you double check your application before you click submit, because once you click submit, once you get everything in there, once you click submit, you cannot edit your application. You have to wait for them to approve, denied, or send a request for additional information. But there is no going back and editing your application after you click submit. Once if they send you back something saying, hey, we need further information, and in my case that happened when I had to reply the second time, they wanted my husband's information. So we had to go in, we had to upload, once we got the invitation letter, upload that information, his CNIC, I believe that's his national citizen card information. We had to submit all of that, and then we can resubmit it. But you could not edit your application once it's in process. And getting in touch with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or the Nadir's office to edit anything is next to impossible until you receive a response. So make sure you have everything clear, documented. Everything cleared and documented. You submit your application, and then you book your tickets to Pakistan. I used Turkish Airlines. It was a good airline, plenty of leg room. I didn't have too many complaints about the Turkish airline being the first time I used them to come to Pakistan. Um, so it was an okay experience. I won't complain too much. And then other than that, you just enjoy your flight. So my first flight was 12 hours and 35 minutes to from the United States to uh, Istanbul, Turkey. Sorry. And then my second one flight was from Turkey into Pakistan. And if you're planning on coming here to get married, that was a whole different experience, and my husband and I can make a video on that because it was a little complex. Getting married here in Pakistan itself. But other than that, you guys, this is the basic rundown. If you have any additional questions, please reach out. Tourist guide, any local information you need, just let me know. Hit me up, and we'll help you out while we're here. All right. Welcome to Pakistan, you guys.